Ooh. Wait, wait. Okay. I was moving my microphone so that it wouldn't suddenly make a weird loud sound. Back to the root trees. So we left off. We discovered quite a bit about their family, but we were on the person, the author, Lauren, I think. And she knows a lot. And we were only like the second page of like everything. Of like the first piece of evidence. She gave us like 7. So here we go. We're heading straight in. Straight in. Oh, hello? I almost like started like using my WAS keys to like go forward. Yes, so this is where we are at. We still have not touched anything on that side of the street except for this might be them. This might be Margolite. I mean, it's gotta be. It's their aunt. That is their only aunt. Everyone else is a guy. Because any of the women they would have married would not have been a root tree. I guess it could have been like a fake root tree. But and then she was talking about like her aunt root tree, but she could have known them as Aunt Root Tree because she would know them when they were married. I don't know. We're just going with her. I'm sure it'll be fine. We were on this one. On the second page. It seems everyone has something to complain about. Quinn, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch her 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot, I hoped she would be the sister I never had, and then I'd do the same for her. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. What a mess. But she just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. So Aunt Margot should be blonde? Let's go ahead and highlight that, just in case. Now she's off living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me, even now from my coffee table. She gets to be in starlit and tell tales of how she gallivants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. She's the first Roottrie woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I am jealous. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? We can go ahead and highlight that, because I'm sure that'll be important. We need to look up that person. But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me, and now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by a terrible tragedy, I'm also lucky to be born to a family that can support me for eternity. I can raise a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. If any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightfully scoff, just like I do at Gwen. You. Who are you? Yes. Wild Bill Williams was the leading man of some non-notable movies in the 50s. He appeared in an adventure movie called Fortune Favors the Grave, which is yet to be released for home audiences. You don't find any additional information about that film. He was known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. Ooh. He was married 4 different times to 4 different actresses. There's a famous Hollywood rumor that he even approached Marilyn Monroe at a party and that she was already aware of his reputation. Wild Bill grew up in Paris, France. He returned there often. Fortune favors the grave. Oh, that's just the same one. So he was probably with her. Wild Bill Williams? I bet you there's a Williams. I bet you if I go in here and then... Oh, never mind. Alright, no Williams. Okay. Hmm. That wouldn't really lead me much. I mean, it gave me the information that every woman before her was just a housewife. And it gave me the information that the aunt is blonde. But I think that's about it. An entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Roottrees' diary written in 58. It focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president of the Roottrees Candy Company and the meeting to determine his successor. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got half-heated. Granddad was furious none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. So with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. Highlights. Well, that can go... Wait, okay. I need to search through this. I should have been adding all this to other... So this is 2nd gen. Oh, so you actually do want to be there. First your true women to be anything other than a housewife. That can... Well... I'll go to 3rd gen just in case. I guess someone can stay. She had the inspiration from one of her brother Clancy's lectures in the Middle Ages. Clancy. Who is this about? Oh, this is Lauren. Wait, so she had a brother named Clancy? So one of these people are named Clancy. Okay, so that would be 3rd gen. Right. 3rd gen. Harrison Lane married his high school sweetheart through United Movie Theater. 2nd gen. Right? No. 3rd gen. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. Ernie. It's definitely not 2nd gen. I don't really know yet. Just add other. This one definitely does belong. That one definitely does belong. Okay, yeah, so I think that is all. 2nd gen. 3rd gen. Nothing in 4th gen so far. Nothing in 5th gen. Quite a bit in other. I know everything should go to other, right? Yeah. Okay. Pop argued at length the company should stay with our branch of the family, since we still have the Roottree name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. So it'd be you. You're Zach. Wilson? God. Wait. There's 2 Zachs, technically. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad has always had very particular views when it came to his bloodline. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of us all, but he just laughed. Wait a second. I thought these rings signified who was the girl and who was the guy. Like the girl having the diamond, the guy having just the straight ring. But now I'm not so sure. Because with this one, their oldest was a girl, but that's not even them. Okay, so who even knows? Because I feel like then it should be Angie and then Zach, right? There's a Morden and a Morden. I think that might be them. I think that's it. I think it's them and two Mordens, which would make you a Morden. Morden James. And you would just be a housewife. So would you. You would also be a housewife. Since you're older than Zach. But also that doesn't mean that it's in her... Well, no. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Firstborn son of the firstborn five-piece. That also doesn't mean that she had kids the first time because she said it was Zach and... It was Angie, Zach, and then her. But it would make sense though because they do have some last names. But we'll keep them there, it's fine. We'll just add that. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back. Maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Gotcha. So he is bigger. Okay. An entry entitled Sam from Lauren Roottrees' diary written in 63. From a previous entry, you learn that Elias Roottree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters... Granny had sisters and Granny had a brother too. But I was told, trim their branch from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up, and I'm not the only one to realize. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. Yeah, Gwen's the actress, right? Yeah. And I think that adds up because they were in Paris in that shot, right? Yeah. Patty. Okay. Angie summoned all the next gens. Yes, yes, yes. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. That is second gen. When I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam. Clancy's her brother, right? Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands EC and John when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently, he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago. Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons. But Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making an exception now? Maybe because they are related. I mean, I guess it's gotta be like one of these people, right? Anyone born out of wedlock? I think they would be too young. I don't know. Okay. One of the final entries called Clark from Lauren Roottrees' diary written in 64. Clark's getting married and, in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Daniela isn't much older. Gotcha. Franks. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. Where's Clancy? Okay. So your dad's Clancy. There's... Hello? So you must be Clancy Jr., because there's another Clancy. Who's the other Clancy? Okay, I see. Clancy Jr. Has that name come up before? Hmm. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Okay. So let's highlight all this. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Edward. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward. I feel like Edward might be... Gotten over what, though? As for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad present after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Twins. You do have two kids, so that could be you. It could also just be like this person, though. This could be Angie. Because they also had two kids. Or them. I'm gonna assume not, though, because they would be the youngest out of all the five kids. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. the Free Spirits and any other family, they'd all end up on the streets, even Clark. Damn. Okay. That's that. This one. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the 5 pieces. Okay. This picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. That's Pop. It was taken in 35 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. It's Pop. Alright. Hey! We're so smart. These 3 entries. Okay. Sarah, Rafferty, Jacob, Frank, Daniela, LaRoe, Jane. LaRoe. Okay, so I did get those right. Morden, James. Well, it'll show yellow for all the ones I got right. Oh! Hello? What is this? Family Doku? Mmm. That's the chick that took those things to give them to me, right? Is that what that is? So the person that I took those from... Oh. Like, oh. So they, like... Okay, so this one... Well, no, because this one isn't finished yet, so that could still be right. Which, there was something about being blonde in there. It was about being blonde. Or blonde, so... This person, I think that might be them. So I think this is them, though, then, right? I'm pretty sure I got everyone else right. This photo I did. Okay, so I think I got them mixed up. So that's you. And that's you. So I was looking at this one. So you're the youngest, clearly. Um, wait. Well, I guess I didn't say they were all women, right? Oh, shit. It, in fact, did not say they were all women. How did I guess that? I think I guessed that because that's their name. So this... Ah, this might not be right. Because I didn't realize there was another woman. I thought it was one girl and all boys. That's why I was getting them confused with this one. Oh, oh no. Eli Jr. Did I look up that? No, I think one of these is Eli Jr. I think I have it marked somewhere. Elias. Yeah, Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architecture firm, which I think... I want to assume his next child is probably a boy. Hmm. Hmm. Did Carl have something about like who his father was? Um, I think this is James, Jim. Yeah, so I don't think their dad's a root tree. I think their mom has to be a root tree. Hmm. Yeah. Homie, you're stealing stuff you shouldn't. Miracle. So one of the kids is named Miracle, okay. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the three of us were all about the same age. And maybe this isn't. Oh, this is the five pieces though. Since Miracle was in it, and the three of us were all about the same age. We were told only the five pieces, which really didn't go over well to say the least. Eventually, I suppose stop the tantrums. They posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendoline. I found out years later they never even took a second photo. Oh, Mr. Morden with Aunt Gwendoline. Oh, so this is not right. So this would have been Root Tree Gwendoline. There's a Morden Gwendoline? Gwendoline, Morden, Gwendoline, Root Tree. It would definitely be Root Tree. What the hell? So I got that completely wrong. So the aunt, oh, what was her name? Oh, I already forgot it. Um, maybe it's in here. In third gen. I think. I forgot what I was looking at. Oh, the aunt. What the aunt? Mm, her and Aunt Margot. I think that's her mom. I think her mom's Margot. That's who that is, and she would have been a housewife. She's blonde, which means this person is you. And if that's that chick, then you are Junior. You're Elias Jr. This guy. And you are the architect. Yes. Ah, I'm so fucking good. That's insane. That's only 15. Ah, yeah, because I got those photos correct. Okay. Hello? Moshi Moshi. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, let's say you're telling the truth. Go on. Oh. Who are you? Yeah. Who? I wonder if she's the author. 15? 15? I'll be dead by the time I reach that. Okay, and you married like a Debbie, right? Wasn't there like a maybe? Oh God. Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. Well, okay, never mind. Um, where's that list of names? Because there's like people named like third and fourth and stuff. Kellogg. Kellogg. I think it's just them, right? And then Miracle. Okay, which means so we have their name, we have their name. We've got your name, yours, which means you have to be Miracle, right? Because on this list is a junior. Yes. You are Miracle. Tree Miracle. You find a website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Roottrees estate. It's quite bare bones, but has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Roottrees. Miracle Roottrees arrived so late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems, but still, with the power of God on his side, he persevered. He triumphed over these complications and even regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. He's the preacher. Okay, got it. 23 years later, Miracle Roottree Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. So he's also a preacher, okay. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Roottree name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. He has since left the life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places that need it most. The power of the Lord coming to a town near you. Below the blurb is a flyer about the tour, which is in your evidence. Okay, so they are both preachers. You're a preacher. You are also a preacher. Miracle Jr., which makes you Miracle the Third. Okay. Um, hmm. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. Instead, he has a shortened to Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. is a televangelist who is part of the Miracle Network. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations in the northeastern United States. According to a website called Clergy Watch, he was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in '79 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. A news expose revealed it was his wife, Edith's sister in disguise. Edith. Okay. Oops. The author has also mentions that Edith had a bit of a checkered past shelf, but doesn't clarify. He has since lost his television show and instead goes on tours across the United States where he was not well known before the scandal. Can't blame him. That's crazy, actually. Miracle Network. Let's see what that brings up. Oh, this is just that one. Is there anything else in here? Okay. So this is him. Celebrate with your pastor, Miracle the Third, and his wife Nicole. Wait. Michael Jr. Yeah, okay, so the third one's also a preacher. Of course. So this is you, and this one's you. Okay, that one wasn't difficult. Locked in. Wait. Oh no, oh you already locked in, okay. This one didn't lock in though. Hmm. Oh, this is Miracle Jr. He was exposed. Okay, so you're not married to Edith. You're married to Edith. Okay. Um, Three Generations of Miracles tour. It's from '96. Miracle Jr., who's said to be world famous and gets top billing. Miracle Jr.'s at the notable Roottrees list. Yes. Miracle Roottree says he'll make a special appearance. Miracle Third and his wife Nicole. Okay. Never mind. Just go ahead and highlight that then. Oh, it's in second gen now. Um, third, third gen, I think. Oh, I need to change this. So this is 5 pieces. This is like the three spirits. And then this is like next gen or something. Yeah, that can stay there. Okay. The generation of miracles. Hmm. WRTD. Let me look that up. WRTD News is your local investigative jazz radio station. Okay. Mm-hmm. A comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies. Just another instance of the root tree curse being a real true thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture has evidence on it." Okay. This is the last thing. Lauren's diary contains believable pictures. This is the next generation. This is the one with her in it. An attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left. Instead of me, he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one. But I was outvoted by my brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, and so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind. And in front of us, the only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. This is Zach. I'm pretty sure. And you were the next president, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure you were the second president. President 2. Um, avoided by brothers. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, and so we clumped up in the middle. I'm guessing these 4? Let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. Grandma said we include Sam, even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also didn't think it fair. Miracle made it in since he's technically a 5 piece. This is Miracle, I'm guessing. Or is that Miracle? I think this is Miracle. Oh, is that the alarm that I set? I thought it was the game! Where is it? Okay. I gotta put my laundry in the dryer. Um, okay, one sec. Okay, we're back. The mic might be picking up more now, because it's hot as fuck in here. So I had to turn on my window AC. So back to discovering the secrets of the universe. Where was I? What was I on? I'm pretty sure that's Miracle. I think. No, so this is new gen. So this is them. Which means one of them. No, it's not going to be them. It would be like this. So her brothers are in that photo. I think this is her. Roottrees Lauren. I'm nearly positive it's like the same hair. So these have to be your brothers. This would be the youngest. And someone is blonde. I don't know which one of the brothers is blonde, but someone has red hair. And there's another one that's blonde that's not her brother, which could be them. Or them, because he had two children. Well, no, because he was, yeah, no. So this has to be the other blonde guy. Mm. Oh no, it wouldn't be him. It would be this dude. Okay. So that's the second president. Oh god, I wish you could sort through the notes. I wish there was a way to like search for specific words. Didn't I get all the 5 pieces? Yes. So he had a son. They never mentioned any other kids with him. I know she has 3 brothers, one of which is Roottrees Clancy Jr. The other two, I don't think she's ever mentioned. I think she's only mentioned Clancy. And they've mentioned each other, but they've never, um, the fuck? They never mentioned who this other person was. Let's just go ahead and take their photos too. Oh, I didn't put hers in there. Because that one's a redhead, but I don't think any of them have red hair, and they're disqualified. Hmm. And I know they have Patricia, but I'm unsure which one it would be. So you would have to be one of the Root Tree children because you have a dad. So where's that list of names? Root Tree. So we've got Carl, Clancy, we have Clancy Jr., Edward, we have Elias Jr., Elias C, and Elias M. So they have to be Elias C or Elias M. Who is the other one? No. So Elias Jr., Elias C, Elias M. Root Tree Jack. There's Jack and James, Robert, Ronald, Wolf. I wish the names could like be crossed off. Mm. And everything else I've looked through, I still don't know who these people are. Yeah, there's Ernie Jr. for Nicole. Ernie, and that's Debbie. And that was to them. Um, and who was Ernie? Does it say? Yeah, so that can be deleted. That one maybe. So we have Nicole. Yeah, so Jim Roottree, I think his mom. I don't know why I opened that. I think his mom was a Roottree, not his dad. So, oh god, it could be like anyone. Down, down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Still don't know who this is. Which I'm pretty sure this would be Clark and Jade's kid. Is there another Rafferty out there? Chris? I'm guessing that's them. I wonder if they're on here. I don't know if I spelled that right. Let's go to list R. Nope. I think that's got to be them. That's the only Rafferty space. Don't know who her other two brothers were. I don't think he ever mentioned like, who his mom was. I feel like this has to be November. Which if he was that young, she might be one of these, but she could also be Like one of these. Couldn't be that, but could be. Probably not. Maybe? Mm. Oh, that kind of looks like the past. That's gotta be. Oh, that's gotta be that pastor. Right? But would they be the same age? Where's the pastor thing at? They He is wearing the tie. He's okay. And yeah. Well, could no, because he doesn't have any more photos. So that's gotta be you. Um, Bonnie, next president, Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr. Oh, there's Eli? Which one's Eli? I feel like I have an Eli down though, don't I? Because it was an Elias one. I guess that could be him. Well, no, because he already has a photo though. Oh no, because he would be more like their age, so yeah, one of these would be him. So let's just put him there because it would typically be firstborn son, but I guess it could have had a daughter first. That's them. This person's pregnant, which means they were probably the first person in this generation to give birth, but I don't know. These two also have red hair, which there was that one chick that had red hair. That could have been that chick, and then she gave birth to two red hairs. I'm just gonna go ahead and guess it. I don't even know what he did. It was Carl Roottrees. He's like way down here. Mm, no. Have I searched Clancy Jr. though? Nothing. Okay. Mm, was he not brought up? Hmm. Okay. Which one's in here? There's Sam. Um, an obscure relative. Hmm. Miracle's boys. So he has another boy. I'm pretty sure there's still like a bunch of fruit trees and shit. Edward, Jack, Robert, Ronald. Mm, Eli, Miracle's youngest. Eli. Fuck. Elias C or Elias M? Maybe Elias M for Miracle and Elias C for Clamsy. Well, oh, and she said Eli was another person that was her kid. But they're also an Elias. So I figured they would both be named Elias. But someone has to have the name Eli over here. We'll just keep it for now. I guess. Yay. Hmm. And it sounds like they don't consider family. But I can't see anything on the family tree. Why they wouldn't, and they would have been way too young to be hanging with this gen. Okay. But there was that one note about what is it called? The like JNR or something like that? RR? First in question was born out of wedlock. Second, they committed a significant crime against a family member. Was that it wouldn't be Sam though. Carl and his second cousin Ernie Jr. Carl and his second cousin Ernie Jr. Yeah, I don't think that helps me yet. Yeah, I wonder why there's a box around them. So Ernie Jr. would have been before him. He would have been the fourth. So he would have had to been one of these people. And that's a junior? Ernie Jr.? So if I just go to one of these... Ernest. There's a Madsen Ernest and an Ernest Jr. Yeah, I've got no clue where they would fit in. Madsen. So they would have not taken, or they wouldn't have had the root tree name. Hmm. It's okay, we got this. We got this. Okay. I don't see that. So it's but a dynasty. Architects, preachers, lawyers. Yes, which we can get rid of that. The architects, whatever. Can also get rid of that. Um, which yes, so we can get rid of that too. Get rid of that. Um, um, we still have the root tree name. But I'm going to Zach. Yes, they would not have. It's Morden. Which means his kids would probably have the Morden name, right? Caroline Gwendolyn. I have no clue who would be who. I would assume Gwendolyn would be first. Because that's like naming convention. I assume. Okay. Mm, okay, so that's all I could find out from that. Clark. I already figured that out. Others all seem to pursue paths of knowledge. The most rebellious thing any of us did was bring home someone who'd be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. You know what? Did I ever look her up? It went from an election results page. Stephanie Jones, a candidate for city council, won her campaign on election day about a month ago. You find no mention of the Roottrees in any articles about her. Stephanie also has a very bare bones website for her campaign. It is simply a picture of our campaign mailer, and underneath it says, be sure to read the full article in the Butler County Times. Butler County is located outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. While the Root Tree Candy Company now has its headquarters in the city, the company began a small farm within the Butler County limits, and the area has a lot of history with the family. Yeah. The Butler County Times is presumably a local paper there. There are likely articles from over the years involving the Root Tree family and those adjacent to them. It's been automatically added to your periodical search interface. As a side note, a video game called The Root Trees Are Dead was once set in Butler County. Excuse me? And it turns out the creator never lived in or near Butler County. Okay, I see. That's funny. So it's like if I get anything wrong, oh, don't shoot me. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, so that's periodical. Butler County Times. What was her name? Stephanie Jones. Hello? The most recent mention of Stephanie Jones is a small report detailing the election results from last month's election. Almost was unimportant, you do find the following. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon until her marriage to local business owner Brian Jones, has lived in Butler County her whole life. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father. With my mother and her partner, I essentially had an entirely female influence. Though she is a distant cousin of the Roottrees, her mother, Caroline, a local artist who has appeared on the front page of the Butler County Times in the past, has often come out opposed to the corporation's policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees to expand their maple farms. Unlike my mother, I'm not a fighter. I want to bring love to the world. Caroline. Have I found a Caroline? Yes, Caroline. Morden Caroline. No. Really? Wasn't she an artist though? Or that was that not her name? Wait. Stephanie Landon. So, is it Caroline Landon then? Hmm. Stephanie Landon. Uh, Brian Jones is a famous athlete who broke a pole vaulting record in 54. He doesn't seem related to the Roottrees. If you're looking for a different Brian Jones, you may need to search a more local resource. Okay, well, say no more. Oops. There are many advertisements over the years, as well as a small article from 95 about Jones Graphic and Print. The article is a piece about Brian Jones taking over his father's print company after 20 years. Brian seems to not have let it go to waste as a marketing opportunity during an interview portion. I've been in and out of that shop my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know when it comes to getting the job done right and getting it done quick. We've been a printing staple of Butler County for years, and even the Butler County Times uses us for their coupon pages a few times a year. Thanks, by the way. But still, whether you're a new client or one of our regulars, nothing will change. Come on down from the best prices on bulk printing anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania, or search for us online. I designed the website myself. Jones Graphic and Print is a company that, according to its website, has existed in Butler County for some time, even has frames. The website lists the address, hours, and a few examples of clients and the type of work that was done for each. Stephanie Jones campaign mailers. Roottrees Candy Company, various banners, posters, Butler County Holiday Light Post banners, Miracle Network, tour flyers, Roottrees Motors, coupon flyers, Butler County School District, various banners, posters, Butler Summer Theater posters, and contributions for Children of Eden. At the bottom it says we also do web design. Come on in and get us a quote today. Children of Eden is a musical with songs by Stephanie Schwartz. A game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnson really likes it. Realized it kind of fit timeline-wise with the game he was making, decided to use it instead of something fake as a kind of Easter egg. Ah. You should probably search for whoever was performing it. Who was performing it? Whoever was performing it? So they exist like basically just in the Roottrees family. Yeah, it's gotta be her. So this has to be what's her face then, right? Because they even got a little photo. Hmm. So it's Brian Jones. What was her name? Stephanie, right? Said she was like an artist, but again, I still don't know what the original flavors and shit was. GS? Grape soda, maybe? Never done all those. So what does this mean though? Hmm. I wonder if this is November. I almost feel like it's gotta be. I still don't know who the fuck these people are. Bonnie. Next present, Guy Hudson. Who the hell is that? Hmm. Ernie Jr. is one of the people. Caroline's one of them. I'm guessing her. Since they're standing together. Wait, is that... Oh, wait, that's not. That was her. Oh, you're over here. Never mind. Maybe you're Caroline, because you look kind of artisty. Yeah. Look like you'd be an artist. Wait, do I keep placing it in the wrong place? Oh. Hey! Okay. All right. Jacobson Edith, Jones Brian, the photo, that photo, that photo. Okay. Is there anyone that was finished that did not lock in, so is incorrect? I don't think so. Okay. Still no idea who our kids' names are. Just two people. I feel like one of these has to be Sam. It's like gotta be Sam and his mom or something. I still need to know who RR is. Hmm. I feel like I want to say this is her. And they must have gotten with someone because it said the worst any of us have done is get with someone that would like be illegal to marry in the South. It's not good that you can't. There's like nothing branching off from her. Nothing for November Roottrees. Maybe near? November. No. Okay. Did I look up the artiste? Morden Caroline. Aha! Here we go. You find a cover story about local art installations, including one by Caroline Morden. There isn't much about Caroline as a person. This is mostly a listing of art in Butler County. She seems to get top billing. Accompanying the story, there's an image of Caroline standing beside a large metal sculpture of a mermaid. It has captioned, Caroline standing next to her sculpture, Atlas's Burden. The sculpture is one of many works featured in upcoming book, self-portrait, art, and the beauty of woman. According to a quote further down, Atlantis's burden is meant to symbolize society split by decision over whether women should be equals or something to protect. The picture on the front page has been added to your evidence. Aha, upcoming book. Okay. Copy that. Caroline Morden. Eloise and Stephanie. Ooh, who's Eloise? Oh, I think it's this person. Eloise. Because I think they got together and then, yeah. I don't know who her dad is, though. Mostly black and white pictures of Caroline's art. The centerpiece is a series of full-color nude self-portraits at different ages, stretching from 25 to 30. They certainly have not been added to your evidence. In the intro, Caroline talks about influences. She was one of the youngest in her generation. In her late teens, she felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie. Sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave them their dreams, settled for boring men. She says especially dislikes her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson, who she calls completely bogus. Okay. Their marriages let her down, double down her passions, art and the environment. She had married a man who was the opposite of boring, which was an overcorrection. She comes out strongly against the Roottrees Company's effect on the local environment and rues how she was not able to convince her father Zach to make changes to policy. She also explains that her marriage to Mark led to the most volatile moments in her life. All negative. And that the only good thing he ever gave her was a daughter. Leaving them all behind for good has pushed her to pursue her true loves, art and the beauty of women. Hell yeah. So, it's a Mark Landon, okay. Father Zach. I'm putting this all in the wrong thing. So you can delete that now. Her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson. I guess it'd be... Oh, I don't know which Wilson it is. It's definitely not Jem. Brother-in-law... Jason Stevenzak. So one of these kids has to be Jem. So no, and I'm pretty sure this is housewife then, because she said they settled down. But that doesn't mean that they became a housewife, though. I'm just adding everything to other now. I don't really care. She helped between her sister Gwendolyn and her cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams to settle for a boring man. So maybe that they are housewives then? And cousin Bonnie could be them. No. So it could be them or it could be one of these two. But Bonnie, though. What's their last name? Hudson? Hudson Guy? Hudson Bonnie, Hudson Christopher. Hudson Bonnie. I'm guessing one of these is, I want to say this has to be Hudson Christopher. And then one of their children's Bonnie. One of them's Guy because Guy is the president. He became the next president. I think he was the third. Just go ahead and fill it in. And third. Put some Bonnie. Okay. Alright, I do have another piece of evidence that I was given. This one. There's you. I just need to figure out who all these people are. Mm, I feel like she never grew up. I feel like she died because she has no children and there's no other photos of her except for as a child. I mean, given they also don't have anything. Who really knows? Um, okay. If I look up Carl Roottree in here, Roottrees? This mentions Ernie Jr. Have I figured out who Ernie Jr. is yet? Ernie. I don't think so. What was it about Ernie though? There's something about Ernie. Clark. Do I not have anything about them? Is there any lanes? No. So that's not you then. Definitely did not get married to him. Which means this can be deleted. It can also be deleted. Is the evidence going up when I do that? No. Where's the one I just closed? It's captioned Caroline standing next to her sculpture Atlas's Burden. The sculpture is one of many works featured upcoming book. Self-portrait. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that's it. Okay. 7 pieces of evidence from this though? Like what? How? Who was Ernie Jr. again? Former president. If I could just... Who? Ernie? I know she has a brother named Eli. Ernie, though? And that's someone named Eli. It has to either be someone in this line. I don't think it's someone in this line. Unless it's like them. It's like their uncle, or yeah, their uncle. And there's a junior, right? A Madsen. Madsen. Maybe you? A Madsen Gwyneth? Madsen Nicole. No, but you married Patty, right? Aren't you the one that married a Patricia? Christensen or Jones? Wait. They still wouldn't got the name from them though. Ernest and Ernest Jr. Could be. This one's Ernest. Ernest Jr. No, because then you wouldn't have one. Also, you're split up, so you guys are probably Roottrees. You're not. Ernest. Your last name would be Roottree. You definitely have Hudson's. The thing is the Ernest person had to take it before Carl. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. He preceded Carl Roottree. I think we finished that one. Finished that one. And I know, Jim, your dad was not a Roottree. Your mom was. So there's Christina, Samantha, or Tessa. You know what? Ernie Jr. though could be. Oh wait, I was like reading this one, I'm pretty sure, right? Most articles concerning Carl are not important. The plane crash is too recent to appear in these archives. One announces Carl's marriage to Brenda White in 78. They are both in the early 20s. Another seems even more frivolous. Apparently, in 81, Carl got quite drunk at a charity event and broke his arm falling down some stairs. The article that also mentions Ernie is from 96, when Carl took over as the fifth president of the Roottrees Candy Company from Ernie Jr. Ernie Jr. apparently liked to stay out of the spotlight and never appeared in the Butler County Times, other than a few mentions here and there. The article does mention illness as the reason Ernie Jr. is stepping down. Ernest Roottree. Ah. Clancy Jr. What that? What? No Clancy Jr.? Mm, Clancy Edward? Nothing. Um, Elias Jr.? No. We're Zachariah. Zachariah. Also Morton James. Is it Morton James? Oh, yeah. I just told you out though. Uh, what about Hudson Christopher? No. Well, there's also some guy, right? No, nothing in there, really? That's the person that became third president, though. Hmm. Is there no more Hudsons? If there are, then why don't your kids have your last name? Unless I have you wrong. What if you're... So what if you're Ernest? That still wouldn't really make sense, though, because... No... I haven't looked you up. Cat Charles Sam? Hmm. Nothing. What about Hudson guy? Really? Um, all right. Old ad campaigns. Oh, hmm. Mm. Like two blonde girls. Who would those blonde girls even be? I have no idea. Would it be because like her death or something? No, it's for Ernie. Mm, that'd be right. Who's being Deborah? I wonder if you're Ernie. Because you only have one kid, and it needs to be someone with one kid. Because it's not them. It can't be either of her brothers, because one's Eli. I don't think it's them. Hmm. But there would be a root tree. There's a Madsen Nicole and a Smith Nicole. A Madsen. Madsen Ernest. Madsen Nicole. So that's gotta be his daughter. And it has to be someone with only one kid. Which means it's this one, this one. But why would they have a last name that's different? And don't you have something that says Eli on you? I swear he's wearing a shirt that says Eli. That's not that one. Eli. Mm, when root tree. Um, Looks like Gwen was a resident of Butler County for long, if at all. Okay. Is her name on the one sheet? Mm, and his wife Nicole? Oh, right, because there is different ones. Well, it can't be Madison. It's got to be Smith. So you have to be a root tree. You have to be a root tree. That's two guys. It's three guys that have to be root trees. Technically, but I'm wondering if maybe these aren't actually related to her. If like maybe they were spouses when she got together with him. Let's just count three. You have to be one. That's four. 5, 6. I don't know if I have enough root tree guys left. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't. Mm, okay. This game is too much for me. I wonder actually if I put in the 5 pieces. Okay, for the results. Yeah, I want like the original. Flavors. Mm. Original. No. Okay. Okay. I think I've just about done all that I can like do today. Um, yeah. Like I genuinely don't know. How the hell is there still so many for Clark? Like my God. I still don't know who was the oldest. Junior. Also, wait, they said that his dad wasn't like related to the Roottrees except for what's it called? But she has three brothers. It has to be one of them. And so he must have been like a marketing. No, not marketing? No, advertising. I just don't know what his father was though. Jim? Um, it does mention at the time Jim and Diamond had a 2-year-old daughter they named Candy. I called the name a bit too on the nose, which I already figured that out though. Okay. I wish I could like walk a bit. Oh, can I like mess with this? A young alphabet or Alphabet Davis's End Beginnings, a young alphabet adventure. Oh, okay. Here. Riot Girl. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Anything by the door? And that was just for the stereo. Or the books. Okay. Okay. Well. Well. We found out quite a bit today. Number one, we started the game today. We're at like 30 something people that we have discovered. I know there's more that I can definitely do, but it's already getting late for me. It's getting late and I got work in the morning. Ew. So I don't have time to be on all night. Even though I do kind of want to, because like this is really fun. It's just I've gotten to the point in the game now where like I might want to use hits, so I don't. I want to use hints, so I don't rage quit. But we'll see, I guess. We'll see. Yeah, this is it for the game. It's a fun game. I think the developers have made other games that are like this, that are like fun too. So maybe I'll if I ever finish this one, I'll look into those because this is really fun. But yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave you behind. And you guys get to listen to my intro song. You guys get to listen to my intro song. Maybe. You might. No. You'll just listen to desktop audio. Sorry about that. Or maybe you will. Oh, me trying to scrambling to make this work very quickly. Okay, it's on. Yay. I will see you in the next one. We're probably not gonna stream this one again till later. Next time I stream, don't know what I'm gonna stream. Don't know when I'm gonna stream, but we'll figure it the fuck out. I'll see you then. Bye. God, I'm so bad at buys. That was cringy. That was okay. Let me redo it. Bye.